Here are your Beyond the Gates spoilers for next week. Here's a look ahead at the episodes we'll see from Monday, November 3rd to Friday, November 7th, 2025. Vernon is acting dodgy, and further to a hushed conversation Anita walked in on last week. Vernon is at it again, and he tells this person on the other end of the phone that he knows what he is doing and to let him handle it his way. Next, we see Vernon, dressed to be inconspicuous in a brown leather jacket, standing out in the hallway of the same hotel where Leslie and Ted live, knocking on a door. The door opens, and there is a lady in the doorway. Vernon smiles and apologizes for being late. "What are you up to, Senator Dupree?" Derek is on the phone talking to Shanice, and she tells him that he had better fess up pretty soon, or he'll regret it. Just then, Ashley walks into their apartment and sees Derek on the phone, standing up, out of his wheelchair. Ashley cannot believe her eyes and says, "This is incredible." Derek looks happy but shocked. Will he tell her how long he has been able to stand or feel his legs? Martin and Smitty are not done punishing Samantha for the sight they saw when they returned home. No doubt now Tyrell has told his dads that she is still texting Nathan. This ends with Martin telling Samantha that this is her last day and that it will be the end of her working with Kat and Chelsea. Samantha is furious at her dad for taking away her dreams and tells him she hates him, then walks out with her bag and shuts the door behind her, despite Smitty calling out to her to wait. Yet another confrontation that doesn't end well is happening beside the nurses' station at Garland Memorial Hospital, and again with Chancier watching. This time, Ted and Eva stand together, and Kat goes off at Eva, asking what she just said. Eva replies with, "I called him Dad." Kat then says, "Well, I hope you enjoy the one daughter you have left, because you can't have both of us." Kat then pouts and storms off. Nicole is seen standing there, watching it all play out. But because it makes Ted look bad, she stays silent and lets it happen. The last scene of our sneak peek finds Joey and Vanessa trying to enjoy a meal at the Fairmont Crest Country Club when the resident busybody and gossip queen Anastasia steps in to inquire about the pair. Joey, without batting an eye, says to her, "I had him killed so I could have his wife all to myself." Vanessa was just sitting there, looking down at her plate until Joey said that. Vanessa's face changed to one of suspicion. Does she now think that Joey did that? Stay tuned, soap fans, for another incredible, dramatic, and soapy week on our favorite soap. Hey babes, welcome back to Gossip Delight. It's your girl Daisy, and trust me, today's tea is scorching, steamy, and absolutely unmissable. Buckle up, because we're diving straight into the drama. Beyond the Gates spoilers for November 3rd hint that Vernon Dupree will have a secret meeting, while Anita Dupree will have a meltdown, and Naomi Hawthorne will spiral. What's set to go down in Fairmont Crest on Monday? Let's talk about it. The Beyond the Gates promo for the week of November 3 to 7 shows Vernon talking quietly to someone unknown on the phone about doing things his way. As scenes shift, he's at the hotel knocking on someone's door when a strange woman is shown from behind. Her face is not revealed, but she does have short hair. However, the hair itself does look familiar. As fans know, Leslie Thomas loves donning different wigs. So is Vernon meeting with Leslie or someone else? He has been acting sketchy as of late. Then again, there's been buzz that Sharon Winger is slated for an appearance, so it might be her. Meanwhile, his wife, Anita, will feel overwhelmed. During the Friday, October 30th episode, fans learned that Anita was spearheading an annual event, Winterfest, with the help of her daughters, Danny Dupree and Nicole Dupree. It sounds like Anita will have a bit of a meltdown during the November 3rd show, so she could have a little too much on her plate where planning is concerned for this massive project. This might be where Sharon steps in to help. Back to Leslie, she'll get an update from Eva Thomas about Ted Richardson. During the October 30th show, Ted asked Eva to start calling him Dad and also made it clear that he wanted her to join in on the Richardson family festive fun during the holidays. Shortly after, Ted ran into Leslie and told her about the dad thing, but didn't mention the holiday invite. How will Leslie feel about having to share her daughter during Christmas? Then again, Leslie is a bit delulu, so will she think she's invited too? Speaking of being delulu, Derek Baldwin will ask Shanice Johnson for a favor, but he'll be handed a nice dose of reality. Derek may ask Shanice to continue lying about his progress, but she'll warn him that he may regret hiding things from Ashley Morgan. Secrets always come out in the ugliest of ways in soaps, so Shanice is not wrong to be concerned. In fact, Derek will get caught standing from his wheelchair by Ashley later on in the week, so it'll be interesting if she catches on to his fibs all along, or if she'll just be happy to see him doing better. Finally, Naomi will spiral in front of some loved ones during the November 3rd show. She's generally cool, calm, and collected. However, her marital issues have been weighing heavily on her mind, and she'll release them when least expected. Beyond the Gates spoilers indicate that whoever she explodes on, whether it's her mom, sister, or one of her cousins, they'll likely understand the pressure she's been under if she explains. But can they offer her the support she needs to help her and Jacob Hawthorne get past their baby problem? Here's what went down Friday, October 31st, 2025, on Beyond the Gates. When Jan's advice was heeded, Tomas wouldn't take his vitamins, and Ted wanted to have a dad bod. On Beyond the Gates, Anita gathered Laura, Danny, and Nicole to organize the Dupree Foundation's annual Winterfest event. Everyone approved when Anita wanted to acknowledge Barbara's struggles with mental health by directing the proceeds to benefit those in the music industry. But Laura suddenly realized that Leslie might want to be involved, since she was Barbara's daughter. Laura wondered if the function would be better off without Barbara's name attached to it. But Anita didn't want to let whatever Leslie might do take anything away from Barbara's memory. Danny brainstormed that one of the auction items could be a private lunch with the Articulettes. Anita loved the idea, but wanted to make sure Tracy and Sharon had time on their calendars for it, since they were still on tour. Nicole suggested that Anita get her Las Vegas impersonator, Jackie Tyree, to MC the event, but Anita wanted Danny in that role. Danny was thrilled. As the Dupree sisters headed out, Danny wanted details on Nicole's date with Carlton. Nicole reported that she had canceled the date out of not feeling ready to see anybody. Danny wanted Nicole to take a chance and put herself out there, but Nicole got testy and accused Danny of trying to justify rushing into her marriage to Andre. Danny watched as Nicole stormed off. At Orphe Jean's, Leslie told Jan how she had trick-or-treated behind the gates and seen Ted. Jan felt it did Leslie's self-esteem no good to keep throwing herself at a man who wasn't interested. But Leslie described how she had kept things to a light flirtation and worked to talk to Ted about things they had in common. Ms. Thomas had been surprised that Ted had waxed sentimental about their early days. I see, since that was a time he usually wanted to ignore. Jan felt that maybe Eva had worn Ted down a bit, but wasn't so sure that a friendship between Leslie and Ted was a good idea. Leslie pondered that maybe friendship was the route to take. She and Ted had started out that way the first time, which Jan was stunned to hear. After Leslie continued that Ted had begun to look forward to seeing her, yet had ended up hurting her, Jan was amazed that Leslie had been able to forgive him. Jan listened as Leslie relayed how she had moved back to D.C. for Eva, and that she'd thought she'd have to force Ted to accept his daughter. Yet, Ted had come to care for Eva on his own, with no coercion. Ted met Eva for breakfast at the country club, told his daughter, assistant, that he had spent too much time focusing on trying to win Nicole back. Now he needed to pay attention to other things, like Eva. The plastic surgeon said he had dropped the ball in making it possible for Eva to know the rest of the Richardsons, including Martin and Smitty. Eva didn't feel neglected, but Ted wanted to be sure that Eva was included in the family's holiday activities. Moreover, he told Eva that it was time she started calling him Dad. Eva didn't know what to say, having not expected such a development. After taking a few moments to process, she answered Ted's offer with an, "Okay, Dad." Ted said he was proud to have Eva as a daughter, and added that he saw Leslie's better qualities in her. Eva was moved and tears streamed down her face. Ted then went to Nicole to apologize for having antagonized Carlton. When he acknowledged that he had no right telling Nicole who she could spend time with, Nicole thanked Ted for his nod to reality. Ted admitted that Nicole's forgiveness of him had inspired him to see things differently. He was glad she seemed at peace and was now taking steps to fully own his part in the dissolution of his marriage, which he hadn't really done before. Ted left, after letting Nicole know that he wouldn't cause a scene should Nicole want to be seen with Carlton during the holidays. Leslie found Ted at the hospital and thanked him for taking Eva to breakfast. Ted reported that he had taken Leslie's advice about communicating to Eva how much he appreciated her. Leslie was humbled when Ted went on to say that he had allowed Eva to start calling him Dad. He accepted Leslie's genuine hug, not knowing that Nicole had entered the nurse's station and witnessed the exchange. Kat offered Tomas a concoction of vitamins to help circulate blood down there. But Tomas became annoyed that all Kat ever seemed to talk about was his injury. He reported that he was recovering well. He also sympathized with Kat feeling bad about causing the contusion. He just needed Kat to let it go, since the condition was temporary. Kat agreed. Chelsea and Madison came upon the couple, with Chelsea asking Tomas, "How's it hanging?" Tomas wasn't thrilled that Kat's cousin knew about the state of his genitals. After he left, Madison took Chelsea to task for not respecting Tomas's privacy. Chelsea told the confused Kat that Madison was upset with her for interfering between her and her mother, and Madison explained the problem that her spiritualist mom, Willow, was throwing crackpot cures at her and implying Madison's medical approval online. Kat rolled her eyes to hear that Chelsea had called Willow and introduced herself. Chelsea said Willow had seemed nice and had even offered to do up a birth chart for her. Madison labeled Willow's friendliness as a recruitment tactic so she'd have someone to help wear Madison down. The neurologist accused Chelsea of wanting to be the one to save the day and bemoaned that Chelsea just didn't get it, after which she departed. "Girl, you're bombing worse than I did with Tomas," Kat tisked. Nicole saw Madison at her office door, asking if it was too early to yell at Chelsea. Madison was trying to be respectful of Chelsea's kidnapping ordeal and its resultant PTSD, but at the same time, she was finding her partner exasperating. Nicole got the scoop about Willow and advised Madison that, while it was wonderful that Madison was being sensitive to Chelsea, it wasn't healthy for Madison or the relationship to stuff down her emotions and needs. Madison was grateful for the perspective. Kat sided with Madison, asking Chelsea how she'd have felt if Kat had gone to Danny to talk about Chelsea wanting to quit modeling before she was ready to address it. Chelsea tried to play off the comparison, but Kat knew that Chelsea would have been furious. Realizing that Madison had a point, Chelsea saw the vitamins that Kat had tried to give Tomas and understood why the gift had been a turnoff. "You waited all your life for sex. Now you can't wait a week?" Chelsea asked her cousin. Kat denied that she was trying to use sex to keep Tomas, but copped to feeling pressure about it. Chelsea exhorted Kat to give Tomas the time he needed to recover, certain that Tomas would be back to his old self in no time. Tomas ran into Eva at the country club on his way to meet a client. A real one, he specified, not Leslie pretending to be one. Eva had heard about Tomas's injury, which irritated him. Eva said she was impressed that Kat had learned so quickly. Tomas noted that Leslie had stopped trying to set him up with Eva and figured that Eva going out with someone new had helped. Eva didn't know what Tomas was talking about until he said that Kat had mentioned seeing her with Isaiah. Frustrated, Eva said she had only just met Isaiah moments before and felt that Kat needed to mind her own business. Besides, she and Isaiah weren't dating. Tomas was relieved, since Isaiah was family to the cop who had tried to put Leslie in jail. Eva's eyes widened to hear that Isaiah was Jacob's brother. Haley browsed beach homes in St. Bart's on her laptop, only to be startled when Bill caught her. Bill thought Haley looked guilty. Haley made it sound like she was merely dreaming over potential vacation spots. When Bill said he had been to the Caribbean island, Haley assumed he had traveled there with Danny. Bill decided he wanted to make new memories with his present wife and enthusiastically recommended that they make plans to go. Haley said that all the vacation spots she had looked at were booked for the foreseeable future, so Bill reasoned he should buy a property instead. "I'll never get used to the way rich people think," Haley gushed. Bill scanned some acreage with Haley, and when he landed on a house Haley liked, he immediately put in an offer on it, which was accepted not long after. Beyond that, Bill insisted on putting the home in Haley's name. Haley wanted to thank Bill with sex, but he had to get to work. Once alone, Haley congratulated herself over scoring the luxurious real estate. Haley made a trip to Orphe Jeans, where she ran into Joey. She recognized him as the man who had helped to find Chelsea when she'd gone missing and thanked him. But Joey said they had one more person in common: Randy. Haley balked, even though Joey recounted how Haley had been seen on security footage going into the casino when Randy was the only one there. As Haley got angry, threatening to sue Joey and Randy, which Haley claimed wasn't the name the man had given her, for spreading sick rumors, Joey knowingly revealed that he was aware Haley was cheating on Bill with Randy. Bursting into laughter, Haley asked, "Have you seen my husband?" The only man she knew at the casino was a fellow named Sammy, and she had gone there to thank him for aiding her when she'd suffered her miscarriage. Haley scolded Joey that he should be ashamed of himself for believing Sammy's stories. But Joey didn't look convinced. A secret affair, a miracle recovery, a daughter gained and a daughter lost, all are teased in the promo for what's to come on Beyond the Gates. As if Naomi and Jacob's marital problems weren't shocking enough, what is Vernon doing behind Anita's back? And just what new game is Joey playing? Plus, will Kat only push her father further into Leslie's waiting arms? Vernon makes a cryptic phone call and assures the person that he knows what he's doing, and to let him handle this his way. He then takes a meeting with a mysterious woman in a dark and equally mysterious location. He apologizes for being late, but what exactly is he late for? Shanice, on the phone, warns someone that if they don't confess soon, they'll regret it. That's when Ashley walks in on Derek, who is standing on his own 2 feet. Is Derek busted, or can he convince Ashley that this is truly a miracle? After catching Samantha messing around with Nathan, Martin brings down the punishment on his daughter. Samantha is furious that her parents are taking away her dream, or at least one of them is, and she says, "I hate you!" When Kat overhears Eva call Ted dad, she tells her father to enjoy the one daughter he has left. Ted's growing closer to Leslie probably isn't winning him any favors with Kat either. But could her declaration make Leslie's dream of being a family with Ted come true? Finally, while enjoying a meal with Vanessa at the country club, Joey gets cheeky when gossip queen Anastasia has questions about the two, and he says of Doug, "I had him killed so I could have his wife all to myself." Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, November 3rd, reveal some bombshells in Fairmont Crest. Vernon Dupree has a secret meeting, while Eva Thomas has an interesting update about Ted Richardson. Plus, Shanice Johnson dishes out a reality check. Find out what's going down on the CBS soap below. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, November 3rd suggest that Vernon will have a secret meeting. Will this involve another woman, or perhaps Joey Armstrong? Vernon seems to be hiding something from Anita Dupree, so fans may get some insight into what this might be all about. Speaking of, Anita will be overwhelmed with something. Is this about the winter charity event she is planning, along with her daughters, Danny Dupree and Nicole Dupree? Across town, Derek Baldwin will ask Shanice a favor. However, she'll give him a dose of reality. Will he continue to request that she keep his progress hidden from Ashley Morgan? Derek is doing well with his physical therapy, and there's a good chance he will be able to walk someday. But he's keeping it from his fiancée. He's bound to get caught, and when he does, Ashley will likely leave him, so will he do the right thing? This is a soap opera, and Derek is hiding a major secret, so the truth probably won't come out until right before, or shortly after, Derek marries Ashley. In other news, Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday note that Eva will update her mom, Leslie Thomas, about Ted. Will she tell Leslie about Ted giving her the green light to call him Dad? Maybe she'll tell her about his holiday, plans, and how he wants to include her in family functions. Then again, this could be about something else. Finally, Naomi Hamilton will be frustrated about something and take it out on those closest to her. Will she have a meltdown about the marital problems she's experiencing with Jacob Hawthorne? Who will be there as she falls apart? What storyline are you most looking forward to during Monday's show? Share your thoughts. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates updates, spoilers, and news. Let's look at what's been turning heads and stomachs this week on Beyond the Gates. A quick look at the highlights, best quotes, and gasp-worthy moments for the week of 27th October 2025. As we head into the weekend and eagerly await our next helping of BTG after the weekend, here's a celebration of all the wonderful moments we got this week. Ted has had a great week. Bravo, Mr. Robinson. We have seen Ted stand up for himself. We have seen him be rational and considered in his approach, and the only moment he lost his cool was when Carlton and Nicole goaded him together. The realization after that really drove home some character progression and a better Ted. There was a really great scene of dialogue between Ted and Leslie, and they put a lot of the baggage they had together behind them. The connection is still strong there, but Ted is no longer trying to impress Nicole or fight for something that's truly lost. Another heartwarming scene was at the country club in Friday's episode, where Ted told Eva how impressed he was with her and all she has become, and that he wanted her to be able to call him Dad and that her mom did a fine job of raising her. Eva had happy tears, and that was magic. When Ted told Leslie that he had had that conversation with Eva, Leslie was more than overjoyed at that, and told Ted that he had given Eva something she had wanted all her life, a father and the approval from her father. Ted and Leslie hugged it out, and you couldn't help but feel for the two of them and wonder what things might have been like if he had have left Nicole, or he had known that he had a daughter all those years ago. Of course, Nicole just happened to walk around the corner as Ted and Leslie were hugging, and straight away adopts her patent look of disapproval. I'm sure she will have plenty to say about that when she returns to her nest of harpies. Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest the daytime drama just dropped its promo video for the week of November 3/7, and there are some major moments fans can look forward to. What's set to unravel in Fairmont Crest? Read more below. The Beyond the Gates preview opens with Vernon Dupree on the phone with someone unknown in his mansion. He's telling the person in a quiet voice, "I know what I'm doing. Let me do this my way." As the promo progresses, the next scene shows Vernon arriving at a hotel. As a woman with short hair opens the door, Vernon apologizes for being late. It almost looks like the woman could be Leslie Thomas wearing one of her short hair wigs, so only time will tell. As the BTG preview goes on, Shanice Johnson is on the phone at the hospital as she tells someone, "If you don't fess up soon, I'm pretty sure you'll regret it." She's likely talking to Derek Baldwin, who is standing up in his apartment on the phone as well. As he is talking, Ashley Morgan walks in, and his fiancé is pleasantly surprised at what she sees. Ashley exclaims, "OMG, this is incredible! Look at you!" Derek seems pretty relieved at her response. Across town, Martin Richardson is shown at home, as she's telling Samantha Richardson that this is her last day. It looks like he's nixing Samantha's modeling job as the spokesperson for Chelsea Cat Purses. His daughter questions why he'd take away her dream. Bradley Smitty Smith and Tyrell Richardson are present during the father-daughter confrontation, as Samantha emotionally declares, "I hate you." As the promo continues, Samantha is shown leaving the family home, while Smitty begs her to stop. As the Beyond the Gates preview wraps up, Eva Thomas is with Ted Richardson at the nurse's station in the hospital. She turns to tell someone, "I called him Dad." Catherine Cat Richardson is shown, looking shocked. Shanice is in the background, watching the encounter, and so is Nicole Dupree. Kat storms off as she tells her dad that she hopes he enjoys the one daughter he has, because he can't have both of them. The final scene of the video is of Joey Armstrong and Vanessa McBride enjoying a meal at the country club when a woman stops by to chat with them. She may have presumably asked Vanessa what she's doing with the casino owner, as Joey boldly admits to killing off Vanessa's husband so he could have her all to himself. A close-up of Vanessa's mortified face is shown, and then the promo ends. Are you excited about the week of November 3-7? Share your thoughts! Tune into the CBS Soap Daily and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates updates, spoilers, and news. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of November 3-7 suggest that Joey Armstrong will admit he offed Doug McBride to Vanessa McBride, while Ashley Morgan will catch Derek Baldwin standing up from his wheelchair. The BTG Weekly Preview just dropped, so it's time to talk about all the craziness that is set to unfold in Fairmont Crest. The promo opens with Vernon Dupree in his mansion. He's all hush-hush on his mobile with someone unknown. As he insists, he knows what he's doing and to let him do things his way. As the scenes shift, he's arriving at the local hotel and knocks on a room door. While the woman opening the door cannot be seen, she has short hair. However, from behind, she looks a lot like Leslie Thomas, donning one of her funky wigs. Why would Vernon be secretly visiting the very woman who's launched such a terrible attack on his family? Across town, Shanice Johnson is at the nurse's station, presumably talking to Derek on the phone. She warns her friend and patient that if he doesn't confess soon, he'll regret it. The next clip shown is Derek, standing up from his wheelchair just as Ashley walks into their apartment. Ashley happily proclaims, "OMG, this is incredible! Look at you!" Meanwhile, there's a wave of relief on Derek's face as he awkwardly smiles. As the Beyond the Gates promo for the week of November 3 to 7 continues, Martin Richardson is at home, and he's telling Samantha Richardson that this is her last day. From the sounds of things, Martin will likely ground Samantha from being the Chelsea Cat Purse's brand ambassador. Samantha is very emotional when she asks him why he would take my dream away, and then boldly exclaims, "I hate you!" Bradley Smitty Smith and Terrell Richardson are there when this all goes down. Samantha then storms out of the house as Smitty tells her to. Wait! Is Samantha running away from home? From one angered daughter to another, the next clip in the BTG preview shows Ted Richardson at the hospital with Eva Thomas, while Shanice is working at the nurse's station. Eva states, "I called him Dad," while Catherine Kat Richardson is shown, and the look of disgust on her face says it all. Nicole Dupree can be seen in the background as Kat states that she hopes he enjoys the one daughter he has, because he can't have both of them, and then she storms off. As the Beyond the Gates weekly video closes, the last scene is Joey and Vanessa McBride at the country club. A woman interrupts their meal. However, it's not known exactly what she says to warrant an over-the-top response from Joey. The casino owner smugly states that he killed off Vanessa's husband, so he could have her all to himself. Vanessa is then shown, looking horrified, and the preview is done. Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that Joey will fluff the statement off as a joke. But will Vanessa start to see just how dangerous her new love interest really is? Next week on Beyond the Gates, expect heartbreak, revelations, and plenty of pearl clutching. As pasts resurface and secrets unravel, one schemer in particular shakes things up for everyone. Next week on Beyond the Gates, things are about to get bumpier, rougher, more dramatic, and action-packed. Expect reality checks, secret meetings, damaging declarations, and heartbreaking revelations. Andre opens up to Danny about his painful past. Eva's dad news drives a deeper wedge between Kat and Ted, and Vanessa turns pot stirrer. She gains control of one of Joey's prized possessions one day, and then the next, she causes a stir at the country club. Does this mean there will be pearl clutching the week of November 3 to 7? Monday, November 3rd, episode number 164-4. Anita is completely overwhelmed. While Vernon has a secret rendezvous, Derek asks Shanice for a favor, but gets a reality check instead. Eva has a major update for Leslie where Ted is concerned. Naomi takes her frustrations out on those closest to her. Tuesday, November 4th, episode number 165. Bill makes it clear to his ex where his allegiance lies. Jacob seeks expert help from Nicole. Haley and Randy deal with a precarious situation. Vanessa gains control of one of Joey's prized possessions. Pamela presses Andre for answers. Wednesday, November 5th, episode number 166. Ashley makes a stunning discovery. Nicole extends an unexpected olive branch to Ted. Danny and Andre discuss his painful past. Leslie thinks it's only a matter of time before she and Eva are a family of 3. Thursday, November 6th, episode number 167. Joey has a surprising reunion with an old pal. Someone's deceit causes heartbreak for 2 couples. Another duo deepens their relationship. Vanessa's new endeavor causes a stir at the country club. BTG, spoilers for Monday, November 3rd, 2025, suggest that Naomi will lose her cool to those closest around her. The Beyond the Gates, spoilers for Monday, November 3rd, 2025, suggest that tensions are running high in Fairmont Crest. Some are losing their composure, while others are confronting harsh truths. On Monday, Naomi takes her frustrations out on those closest to her. she had a pregnancy scare, which had her rethinking her future with Jacob, who was excited about the news. The potential pregnancy caused the two to realize they are on different planets when it comes to having children. Naomi ultimately expressed that nothing will convince her to become a mother at this time. So far, her relationship with her husband hasn't been the same, and ever since, her emotions have been volatile. The stress of this unwanted pregnancy apparently continues into next week. It sounds like she could lash out at those she loves, including Jacob. Anita is completely overwhelmed, while Vernon has a secret rendezvous. In Friday's episode, Anita began planning her annual Winterfest charity event, which will occupy a significant portion of her time for the foreseeable future. She decided to donate Winterfest proceeds to people in the music industry dealing with mental health issues, much like Barbara, one of the original Articulates. In addition to planning the big party, Anita has one daughter dealing with a difficult divorce, another daughter who surprised everyone with a crazy impromptu wedding, and of course, her grandson Martin's family is really going through a rough time with Samantha right now. Add the fact that Vernon is keeping secrets, and her feelings of being overwhelmed are understandable. Meanwhile, the weekly teasers reveal that Vernon has a secret meeting with someone. In the preview for next week, we find out it's a woman. No wonder BTG fans are worried that Vernon is cheating on Anita. Eva has a major update for Leslie regarding Ted. This could be due to the fact that Ted just asked Eva to call him Dad. If this is the case, it's not that much of an update because Leslie already knows. She and Ted are apparently friends now, and Leslie has already made it her business to visit Ted after his breakfast with Eva. Leslie was deeply touched when Ted told her the dad news. Derek asks Shanice for a favor, but gets a reality check instead. Since Shanice is Derek's physical therapist, this request could be related to Derek's injury. Derek has been regaining sensation and movement in his legs. However, he has been hiding this progress from Ashley, and only a couple of key people know the truth. Shanice might refuse Derek's latest favor and deliver him the cold, hard truth. Shanice has been known to do that on occasion. Vanessa and Joey are fiery, fearless, and dangerously intertwined. And this month, their portrayers delivered performances that set Beyond the Gates ablaze. One of Beyond the Gates' most daring duos is Lauren Buglioli and John Lindstrom. Vanessa McBride and Joey Armstrong are fun, flirty, dangerous, and don't seem like your average soap couple. She's the real estate agent who's currently trying to level up her business game, and he's the corrupt casino owner who's fallen under Vanessa's spell, yet is reluctant to relinquish any more of his power. In October, Vanessa and Joey dealt with the emotional fallout of Doug's death. The actors' performances soared in their scenes opposite each other, as well as in scenes with the rest of the BTG cast. Vanessa and Joey are unpredictable characters. Buglioli and Lindstrom have an amazing way of bringing these vibrant characters to life. In October, Vanessa's emotions ranged from intense to immense grief as she dealt with her husband's death. The guilt weighed on her. After all, she was in bed with Joey when she had her last conversation with Doug before he met his end in a drunken one-car accident. But she didn't let that guilt define her. She had things to accomplish. She made sure her son returned to college. His presence meant she had to hide her double life with Joey. In the end, she wasn't about hiding at all. She had plans to take her association with Joey to the next level. It wasn't enough that they hooked up in beds and on top of casino poker tables. And it wasn't enough that they were in bed professionally, as she helped him launder money through her real estate agency. She wanted a bigger piece of the pie. She wanted a seat right alongside Joey. And so far, he's denying her this one thing. Buglioli played all the required emotions so well, from grief to gravitas. Her performance consistently hit the right beats. She was mesmerizing to watch as she kept Joey off kilter, clashed with Nicole, who judged her relationship with Joey. The recent scene featuring Danny and Vanessa, where Vanessa was finally able to open up about this thing with Joey, was so good. Vanessa remains unapologetic about this dangerous relationship that could end spectacularly badly. Meanwhile, Joey was the one to help usher Doug into the great beyond. He clearly wanted Vanessa all to himself. In October, he played that fine line of finessing Vanessa's son, Donnelly, who wanted answers about his dad. Joey made it look like he felt for the teen. He offered him a job at one point, admiring that he wanted to step up and take his dad's place as his mom's protector. But Joey ultimately wanted to be the one who took care of Vanessa. Dealing with Ms. McBride keeps him on his toes. She's unpredictable even to him, and it's fun to see how Joey continually has to change his tactics when it comes to her. Additionally, Joey is increasingly interacting with the Fairmont Crest community types, such as Bill Hamilton. Joey is smart, observant, and completely diabolical. He has leverage over a congressman and won't hesitate to use that weapon when it serves him. And he isn't afraid to exert control over his other weapons at his disposal. This month, he went toe-to-toe with Elon Hawthorne and ensured the chief of police knew who the real boss was. Hawthorne wanted to be rid of the detective who answers to Joey. Joey said not so much. The man wins showdowns by hook or by crook. And it's because of Lindstrom that the character is so formidable. He is such a good actor. On General Hospital, he was believable as a psychiatrist and his sociopathic twin. And now he's supremely believable as this shady, mob-like entrepreneur who is as unapologetic as Vanessa is. In fact, his move from GH to BTG was perfect. Just in time for Halloween, Mike Manning is getting into a friendly feud with Ghost star Asher Grodman. Beyond the Gates star, Mike Manning fired shots at Ghost star Asher Grodman on social media. But he decided to pay it forward with a nice gesture. It's Halloween, so everyone is getting into the spirit, even your favorite CBS stars. Manning received a sweet gift from Grodman. He described him as his new friend, but these two act like frenemies. Manning shared a hilarious video of his reaction on Instagram. "So I received some gifts from my new friend, Asher Grodman. You probably don't know who he is," Manning said. "He's on the show Ghosts on CBS, so let's see what he sent." He opened a box that contained all of the Ghosts merchandise, including a hat, a boo bag, a mug, snacks, and more. Manning was grateful for Grodman's thoughtful gift, but he had to set the record straight. "So the thing that happened is that Asher made a video, fake apologizing for beating me in fantasy football. He also made fun of soap operas and said some other things," Manning explained before firing some shots. "They hurt my feelings. I was so sad as I was polishing my 2 Daytime Emmy Awards." The words "shots fired" appeared on Manning's video, accompanied by the sound of gunshots, but he wasn't done yet. He wanted to respond to Grodman's cruel comments. "First, I'll say, Asher, we were projected to get the same amount of points. There's no way that we would have known that James Cook and Rashee Rice would have blown up like that, okay? So enjoy your 6-2 victory for now. I don't care. I beat Jeremy Sisto. That's really what matters," Manning said. However, he had nothing mean to say about the show Ghosts, since he's a huge fan of the comedy. "I actually think it's funny, despite you being on it. So that's just a testament to the cast carrying that dead weight. Pun intended," the BTG star added. But he was inspired by Grodman's kind gesture. "I'm going to pay it forward and send some gifts to CBS's page, Noah, to keep this going. Happy Halloween," he said. Manning's BTG co-star Jen Jacob said it best in the comments section. "This is the content we all need." Meanwhile, other fans wanted the tea on their fantasy football rivalry. BTG spoilers for Friday, October 31st, 2025, tease Haley's run-in with Joey, while Bill wants to put her mind at ease. The Beyond the Gates spoilers for Friday, October 31st, 2025, suggest that tricks and treats are coming for the residents of Fairmont Crest. Haley will get spooked by Joey. Meanwhile, Bill wants to buy his wife's peace without realizing the cost. Bill Hamilton wants to buy his wife peace of mind, while Haley is rattled by a run-in with Joey. It was recently revealed that Haley is a con artist who faked a pregnancy and miscarriage to keep her husband's attention on her and only her. Additionally, she wants to get her hands on his money, and she has an accomplice, Randy. Joey is already suspicious of Randy and Haley's connection. While it was revealed that the two are cousins, Randy told Joey that he and Haley were involved. That's why they have been spending time together. If Joey catches up with Haley, it's easy to realize why this Halloween episode interaction may go bonkers, leaving Haley rattled. Joey wants no trouble from Bill, and so Joey may need to lay down the law with Haley. As for Bill, buying his wife's peace of mind may mean getting her something extravagant and letting her know that she's the only woman for him. Anita's twist to an upcoming annual event could help heal old wounds. This twist could have something to do with the Articulettes. The majority of her storyline has involved her guilt in the death of the fourth member, Barbara Mitchell. Might this twist have something to do with Leslie? She is Barbara's daughter, after all. Eva gets a touching offer that promises to deepen one of her relationships. It's not known who this person is. However, this storyline could be related to newcomer Isaiah Hawthorne, with whom Eva has been spending a lot of time lately. Their bond is likely to deepen, leaving Tomas out in the cold. Finally, Madison is upset with Chelsea for butting into family business. Apparently, Madison isn't going to like the fact that Chelsea tries to fix the turbulent relationship between Madison and her mother. How upset does Madison get? Does this mean Chelsea's about to spend Halloween alone? Beyond the Gates spoilers for Friday, October 31st suggest some major drama as Fairmont Crest heads into the weekend. Haley Hamilton is rattled by an encounter, while Eva Thomas gets an interesting offer. Plus, Chelsea Hamilton lands in trouble. Find out about what's going down during Friday's show below. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Friday, October 31st reveal that Haley will be rattled when she has a run-in with Joey Armstrong. As Joey caught Haley in the casino with Randy Parker, he believes the two are lovers, not cousins. A good cover, considering that Randy and Haley are con artists trying to poison Bill Hamilton. Or is it? Regardless, if Joey uses cryptic words during his conversation with Haley, like, "I know what you are up to," this may be enough to unnerve her. In other news, Bill will do something in hopes that it will calm her down. Is this about his life insurance policy? Across town, Eva will get an offer that brings her close to someone in her life. She's been bonding with Isaiah Hawthorne lately, so will she be offered a job or opportunity that keeps him in her orbit? Beyond the Gates spoilers remind fans that last week, Chelsea's gal pal, Dr. Madison Montgomery, was ready to cut off all ties with her mom. Chelsea's all about family, so it looked like. Even though she was warned to stay out of it, she decided to meddle. During the Friday, October 31st episode, it sounds like Chelsea will get called out on butting in, and this will land her in some trouble. Could this seriously affect her romance with Madison? Lastly, Anita Dupree will hope that an event on the horizon will help heal old wounds. The closing credits of this week's show had fans buzzing as it seems Benita Brisker is bringing back her Sharon Winger role to the CBS soap on Friday's show. Can Sharon and Anita finally move past all their drama from yesteryear and become bona fide friends again? What storyline are you most looking forward to during Friday's show? Share your thoughts. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates updates, spoilers, and news. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Nov 03/07/2025 find Chelsea Hamilton overstepping and Haley Lawson in an absolute panic. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we talk about what's coming the rest of this week, and then we dive into what's ahead for next week. So, on Thursday, October 30th, which is day one of November sweeps, by the way, we've got Derek Baldwin wanting to talk to Ashley Morgan about their wedding plans, and that comes after he runs into Andre Richardson. Clearly, Derek still feels really threatened by this guy, which is totally understandable. But if he keeps pushing Ashley too hard, that's going to be problematic. Plus, Dr. Ted Richardson tries to move forward, and so does Dana Leslie Thomas. I don't think they're moving forward together, though. Ted is not happy to see the devil who torments him, aka Leslie, ironically dressed up as an angel for Halloween. Dr. Nicole Dupree Richardson and Vernon Dupree on Thursday have plans to hand out Halloween candy at her place, and they hang out and they watch a scary movie together. It's a nice daddy-daughter day. Nicole is dressed up as a witch, but it looks like Vernon decided not to do a costume. And then because she's terrible, Leslie shows up to Nicole's house uninvited, saying, "Trick or treat." Obviously, she's one for tricks, not treats. And she's no angel, we know that. Nicole asks if anybody believes that Leslie is an angel. And then, of course, she turns it around and calls Nicole a witch. To be fair, she's in a costume. And I just don't know why she decided to interrupt them. Then other family members show up desperate for advice. I'm wondering if Samantha Richardson is going to show up to see her grandma and Nicole, to bicker about what her two dads have done, coming down on her like a hammer over her making out with Nathan. But we all know it wasn't just making out. I love how the kids trying to tell Bradley, Smitty Smith, and Martin Richardson that the condom they found was part of a chemistry experiment. It's like, sure kid, more like anatomy, not chemistry. Also, Ted runs into Leslie at Uptown this week. He sees her costume and says angels can fall, and she tells him to hush. Plus, Tyrell Richardson impresses the girl that he likes, Jessica, when he defends his sister's reputation. I wonder if Nathan is going to run around and say some things about Samantha after he got busted by her dads, Martin and Smitty. Tyrell already warned Samantha that Nathan is a bad guy. She said that he's a horn dog who basically beds girls and then he talks smack about them, and he doesn't want that for his sister. Friday, October 31st, we've got Bill Hamilton giving Haley some peace of mind with something he buys. It's a very weird spoiler that he buys her some peace of mind. So maybe he's going to double that life insurance policy from $10 million to $20. You know, you should be careful when you're worth more dead than alive to the people in your life, especially when it's your second wife. So Bill still has no idea that he's in a version of the Kill Bill movie starring Haley and that she's coming after him. Anita Dupree makes some surprising plans. It sounds like they might be for Thanksgiving. She is looking to find peace in her life and to help heal some old wounds by a gesture that she makes. The drag queen who looks like Anita and who did the vows for Danny Dupree and Andre in Vegas has been invited to Turkey Day. But I'm wondering if Anita might also invite Leslie along with Sharon Winger and Tracy Tyler so that Leslie can meet her mom Barbara's other friends from the Articulates. That would be a really big gesture, and it might smooth the waters to some extent. Plus, Joey Armstrong puts a little scare into Haley on Friday. And I wonder if Joey has figured out that Randy Parker and Haley are conspiring against Bill. Joey is grilling Randy about what he's doing with Bill's little wife. And then Joey is going to grill little Haley as well. Also, Eva Thomas gets an interesting offer that touches her. Maybe it's from her dad, Ted, or maybe somebody else in the family. Maybe Peaches. Maybe they're going to do Thanksgiving together. Plus, Madison gets really upset when Chelsea interferes. And it looks like Chelsea is reaching out to Madison's estranged mom. And the pretty doc may not like it. She was having difficulty with her mom kind of, hurting her professionally. So, she had to cut ties with her on social media. And Chelsea isn't respecting boundaries. The week of November 3rd through the 7th is the first full week of November sweeps. We're going to have big action. We're going to get more developments with Vanessa McBride trying to set herself up to be a mob mall. She doesn't want to be married to the mob. She just wants to be sleeping with the mob with Joey and doing dirty business with him, both personally and professionally. Also, Eva and Isaiah Hawthorne keep sparking despite Catherine "Cat" Richardson trying to stop them before they get started. Also, Derek is still working very hard to be on his feet for his wedding to Ashley, but I doubt Ashley is going to be happy about his deception. Shanice has warned him. Jacob has warned him. Derek is not listening. He has this whole fantasy in his head. He's going to stand up. He's going to pick up Ashley. And I mean, standing up, yes, obviously he can do it. But I don't think it's a good idea to pick up the bride when you've been recently paralyzed. Plus, this is all obviously going to blow up in his face. Nicole tapped the brakes with Carlton this week and told him she still has feelings for Ted, even though she is 100% not going to reconcile with him. But Nicole said it's too soon to move on. And then Carlton said he can wait, and he gave her a kiss. But guess who's not waiting? Ted. But no, he is not moving on with crazy Leslie, even though that's what she wants. And she basically told Nicole that she was going to get his ring on her finger. I don't see it happening. Beyond the Gates, spoilers say that the lovely Shanice from the hospital is who Ted is going to start showing interest in, which I think is pretty fun. They know each other well. They've worked together for quite a while. She is gorgeous, and she's not crazy. That's helpful. Fallout for Chelsea comes next week from her meddling with Madison Montgomery's mom. Even Chelsea's followers told her, do not interfere. But Chelsea went and did it anyway, and I think we are going to see her and Madison's first big fight. And I do think that Chelsea is in the wrong. Madison is in the right about this. Also, Is Bill's little wifey Haley going to panic and give him too many drops of the poison at once because she thinks Joey is onto her and she needs Bill dead and that insurance check ASAP? Beyond the Gates. Spoilers for November 3 to 7 reveal a week packed with secrets, reunions, arguments, and more. Here's everything fans need to know about next week's must-see BTG episodes. As the Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of November 3 to 7 reveal some must-see moments, you can't afford to miss them. With surprising encounters, advice, and more coming your way next week, what are you looking forward to most? Let us know in the comments. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, November 3rd confirm that Vernon Dupree has a secret rendezvous. Meanwhile, Derek Baldwin asks Shanice for a favor and more. Read on as soap opera news breaks it all down. Vernon's been moving a little sneakily these days. Private phone calls, secret meetings, and all. What could he be up to? According to spoilers for Monday, while Anita is completely overwhelmed, Vernon has a secret rendezvous. In the latest BTG promo, we see him on a hush-hush call, promising that he's got everything under control. Then he meets with a woman who, from what we can tell, is Sharon. So what are Vernon and Sharon plotting? Meanwhile, Derek asks Shanice for a favor, but gets a reality check instead. He's harboring a big secret from Ashley, one that Shanice wants him to come clean about, yet he refuses. Now that he's asking for a favor, what could it be? Beyond the Gate spoilers for November 3rd also reveal that Eva has a major update for Leslie, at least when it comes to Ted. Interesting. What could she be hiding? And poor Naomi. She's been struggling, and she is going to take her frustrations out on everyone closest to her. So, what do you think Vernon is hiding? Sound off in the comment section below. Get the weekly BTG spoilers. Beyond the Gates airs weekdays on CBS. Dark deals and dangerous emotions dominate this week's Beyond the Gates as villains unite, lovers clash, and one secret could destroy it all. On the agenda for this week's slate of Beyond the Gates spoilers are an unholy alliance and a wicked team-up that may form. Additionally, Chelsea and Madison's relationship suddenly turns rocky. This could be a tough week for Haley. First, Bill keeps making it hard for her to poison him. The nerve of her husband. Haley also bumps into two of the area's shadiest individuals, and these impromptu meetings don't sit well with her. Early in the week, she and Leslie communicate. Leslie does her best to pitch an all-star team-up featuring the two of them. Needless to say, Leslie's offer of an alliance leaves Haley unsettled. Additionally, Haley also connects with Joey Armstrong. This run-in leaves her rattled. Maybe because he thinks that Randy is having an affair with Haley, and Joey doesn't want any trouble from Bill Hamilton. How does Haley respond to these interactions? Will she step up her plan to eliminate Bill so she can leave town sooner rather than later? Meanwhile, Madison is upset with Chelsea for butting into family business. Madison and Chelsea have been together for a while, and all we know about her is that she's a neurologist who also enjoys social media. She was a Chelsea Hamilton fan before they got together. Last week, Madison revealed that she doesn't get along with her mom right now. They haven't talked for a while. Her mom is all new agey and out there, and there is a disconnect between them. Chelsea wanted to support Madison after everything that Madison had done for her, so she decided to meddle. It's a good bet that this coming week, Madison will find out what her girlfriend did and won't appreciate it at all. Will these two be okay? Yikes. If Joey has to remind Elon who holds the cards in their unholy alliance, there has to be a reason. What does Elon Hawthorne, chief of police, do to upset the status quo? After all, the buzz from the Congressman Martin Richardson scandal has died down. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.